Okay, first round of MasterChef Smiths. I'm going to start off with my authentic Bolognese. Okay, right, and no Italian tomatoes. Okay, let's go. It's not in any recipe book, it's in my authentic recipes. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, there we go. Okay, you might want a screenshot of this. I don't know if you can read it. Let's do like rolling credits. Hi. Okay, tools for the job. One nice sharp knife. One little peeler. And of course, solid bamboo wood, chopping wood. Then of course, the ingredients. Right, what do I need from here? Aha! So, for a good sofrito to get started, we want onion, celery and carrot. And, through the magic of film, peeled and washed. And then we magically chop them, little 5mm cubes for the pedantic. The colours of a flag. Now for the mince, we use half pork to use that little bit of fat and some lean beef mince. It's going to be quite lumpy like that, so we want to break it up with just a drizzle of olive oil and then just massage it all out. Otherwise we end up with lumps in our bolognese. We don't want that. Good olive oil. Just going to break that all up nice and gently. Nice little massage. That's the beef, which isn't too bad. Now the pork, because it's fattier, there's a little bit more work to break it up. Because if you freshly mince it, you don't really have this problem. It's just the way it's packed tightly in the packaging for the supermarkets, it starts to lump back together again. Take your time, make sure you break up all the little strands. Now when we come to use wine in the recipe, just before I forget, always use a good wine. Don't use this rubbish wine for cooking. As you put rubbish in, you get rubbish out. Some people think, oh, it's cooking wine, or it's a cheap wine I'll just use. Well, why? Would you drink cheap wine? No. Not unless you had to. So, that's nicely loosened up now. Don't waste any. Okay, let's just clean my hands. Look at this. Okay, it's not a 20-second hand thing. I think the meat is free of the COVID-19 coronavirus. Let me just make sure I get all through there. You watching this, kids? Okay. Rightio. You are once my one companion. You are all that mattered. You were once a friend and father, then my world was shattered. Wishing you were somehow here again. Just go for a wander, so for the next thing, might as well get the sofrito one. Wishing you were somehow near. Excuse me. Sometimes it seemed, if I just dreamed, somehow you would be here. Okay, so just getting the panel. Wishing I could hear your voice again, knowing that I never would. Okay, get it nice and golden. Come on, heat up you. Well, I'm just going to leave them on. I can put them for about 8 minutes. Don't really need to time it, but put it on 9 because it's got to heat up yet. A bit of salt. Da, da, dum. Dee, 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 dee. So we're just going to leave that on for a little while to soften up the old sofrito. And when that's cooked, I'm going to add the meat and break it in with the back of the wooden spoon. And then I'm going to add the wine. So up to go and get a decent bottle of wine. I'm hoping this is a good one. Haven't had it before. Oh, nice sizzling. Turn that down now. Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. I'm going to be very good. I'm going to measure out the wine. One glass. I'm going to have to squat down for you to see me a bit, but we're just sizzling away. Got the mince ready? Now, I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, just starting to bubble away there. That's the alcohol burning off. So we can move on to the next stage. So just adding the milk. So 7 tablespoons. 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough actually. 6 there. Now we need to get the passata and the puree ready. Now if you put the puree in straight from the tube, it won't mix very well. So what we're going to do is add a splash of water to it, just to help it dissolve more into the sauce. The passata is quite easy of course. I'm just going to pour that in. So I just want about a tablespoon of the puree. Maybe a little more than a tablespoon, that's fine. Is that done? Just a splash of water. Just mix that up with a spoon. I'm going to say that is just going to help it mix better in the sauce. There you go. Okay, passata's ready. That's been simmering for a little while, just a minute or 2. So the next thing is to add the puree and the passata. Oh, look at that lovely rich red colour. And the puree as well. A little stir around. I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. So about 300 ml for the veg stock. Give it a little stir. I'm going to use the vegetable stock to clean out this. Waste not, want not. Rest can go in the pan. I just want to get all the tomato juice out. And then I want one more passata. Okay, one other thing I'm going to add is beef stock. So you see why I'm not putting lots of salt in now, because I've now got 2 stock cubes in there. So you can let that cook through now for just 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. Nice low heat, number 2. And later on I'll make the tagliatelle, follow the normal instruction on the packet, but at the end, put it for the last couple of minutes, put it into the sauce and then serve all together. But I think you get a bit bored watching that for 3 hours, so we'll come back later. Oh, I almost forgot. How silly was that? So, we're just going to stick your favourite herbs in. So, oregano, basil and thyme are very good. This is just a mixture of Italian spices, which is probably those 3. Now I say we leave it to cook for 3 hours, but I'm going to come back after about an hour just to check on the seasoning. I've got lots of time, just go, go on, herbs, get in there. Just put a bit of extra thyme in as well. Leave that to get on there. Of course, while all that's cooking, we can tidy up, wash up, which by the power of film takes no time at all. Look at that. Sure, the surface is nice and tidy, ready for later. Oh, what's that? Alright, see you in about 3 hours. Cheers. Oh, lovely.